this is definitely a flagship killer. Hi guys, today we're going to do a full review of the OnePlus 6 after using it as daily driver for 2 months. I'm going to go ahead and talk about stuff that I like about it and also stuff I don't like about it. So let's go do this, baby. Okay guys, can you tell which one is the actual OnePlus 6? This is an LG G7 ThinQ. This is a Galaxy S9, and this is the OnePlus 6. In terms of design, the OnePlus 6 looks beautiful from the back or from the front. For those of you who don't know, it is also the thinnest phone out of all these three flagships. You can go look up the specs, but you could see it's thinner than the S9. It is thinner than the LG G7. Now, here's the kicker. It has bigger screen size than both of these. And also it is bigger than the Galaxy S9 Plus. Alright, so I don't usually consider OnePlus products a flagship, but I believe this year they have definitely created a flagship killer. This is definitely a flagship, in my opinion. Just think of it like this. If you wanted to get the thinnest smartphone this year out in 2018 that also has the biggest screen, OnePlus 6 is your answer. That's 6.28 inches, almost no bezels. Of course, you probably don't like the notch. I'm not gonna go into the notch too much. You can hide the notch if you want. I'm not a really fan of notch. Again, I'm not gonna go into it because a lot of other people are doing it. Even LG's doing notch. If you absolutely don't like the notch, I guess it's not for you. Alright, this is actually my favorite phone. Now, I did get this phone for free. I actually asked OnePlus if they can send me a review model, but that's not gonna affect my review in any way. I did not get paid in any way from OnePlus. Usually with OnePlus products, I'm pretty satisfied with them. But this year with the OnePlus 6, I am actually wowed. Especially at the thinness and how large the screen is, because I prefer sort of a large screen than a smaller screen. So it's got a bigger screen than the G7 and the S9 and the S9 Plus. So it makes it a very sweet spot while it's super thin. Now, the reason why I started using this even more these days, because I started playing golf more these days. I'm trying to train my daughter to go to golf tournaments. So, you know, when you play golf or any other sports, having something thin in your pocket, something light in your pocket always helps, especially golf, because having heavy or large or big phones in your pocket sometimes wears your pants down. So obvious solution is just leave it in your golf bag. Alright, that's what I usually do. But since the OnePlus 6 has an awesome 240 frames per second slow motion, you know, I wanted to use my phone to take slow motion videos of my daughter. And out of all these, this actually has the best slow motion in my opinion. I'm not talking about the super slow-mo on the S9, which is very fun, but it's sort of gimmicky. And you can only get like a split second of slow motion for super slow-mo, and that comes at the cost of losing a lot of image quality. I really dig the slow motion. Let me go ahead and show you actually. Alright, this is a 240 frames per second that I've been taking. I've been literally taking hundreds of these shots, but the image looks great. It comes out in very good 1080p quality. Now you can do this on the S9, but I did have a comparison between the S9 and the OnePlus 6. OnePlus 6, in my opinion, is slightly better. So I really love this feature, and also I really love their editing software. So after you take the slow motion, you can slow down the whole footage like that, which will slow down the whole footage. Or maybe you only want to slow down a section of it. Now with super slow-mo, you cannot re-edit where you want to slow it down. So this makes it great for uploading, for example, to Instagram. Let's say you want to cut this video to the beginning of the swing, and let's say you want to slow down the impact to the finish, and boom. All right, and then you want to end it there. You can go ahead and drag this over and save. And it saves the video so fast using the UFS storage. I'll try to give you a compilation of all the slow motion shots that I've been taking of my daughter. Man, the images look so great. I've been just literally using this on every hole. All right, especially for golfers. This is gonna help you analyze your golf swing, or maybe you play some kind of other sports that require analyzing your sports action using slow motion. this is it. And I did on July 4th a very good fireworks video, and it looks just beautiful at 240 frames per second. Now you do that with super slow-mo, you're gonna lose a lot of resolution. I feel like the sweet spot right now for all the smartphones running Snapdragon 845 is the 240 frames per second, because you get much higher quality. With super slow-mo, you can't get continuous action, but with the OnePlus 6 you can get up to a full minute of slow motion. I mean, just look at that. It looks beautiful. I'm sure there's a lot of applications for slow motion, but if you love slow motion, this is definitely the phone to get. Now, in terms of portrait mode, you get both for front and back, both that work very well. And of course, if you need manual mode, it's got it too. I really like the dials. Are very easy controls for manual control. So if you use manual control often, you're gonna love it. In terms of picture quality out of the OnePlus 6 compared to Pixel 2, which I also have video comparison of, the OnePlus 6 keeps up quite fine to the king of smartphone photography. So you're going to be able to take very good photos with the OnePlus 6, almost on par with both the Galaxy S9, the G7, and especially Pixel 2. And also, if you do install the Google HDR Plus camera, you're going to be able to take excellent photos. So if you're worried about camera, no worries. This has one of the best cameras, along with one of the best slow motion, if not the best. All right, next, let's talk about performance. This has 8 gigs of RAM, all right? It has more RAM than any other smartphone on the market today. OnePlus has built this to be super fast. They even disable some of the animations to be quicker. Apart from that, switching between apps is literally instant, all right? Which I really love. If you're a gamer, it also has game mode. If you hate lag, if you hate the Samsung UI, if you don't like the LG UI, if you don't like all of that lagware that manufacturers put on, OnePlus 6 is definitely the way to go. OnePlus 6 UI is basically Oxygen OS, for those of you who don't know. Now, this is built on pretty much pure Android. You can consider it pure Android. And instead of adding more UI layers that slow down your phone, OnePlus 6 has actually optimized it for performance. So in terms of performance, this is the fastest smartphone on the market today, period. Now, of course, for the 8 gigs of RAM, you're gonna have to spend a little bit more because the basic version only comes with 6 gigs of RAM. I would definitely go for the 128 gigabyte model, which I have here, or the 256 gigabyte model, which comes with 8 gigs of RAM. Now, one thing I don't like about the OnePlus 6 is that it has no micro SD card. Out of all the phones out there, there's only 2 companies that don't have micro SD card. It's the Pixel phones and the OnePlus phones. I don't know why you guys do this. Just put a micro SD card. I think people will like it more. I think it's essential at this point. Think of it this way. As some of you guys know, recently I took the Galaxy S9 Plus to saltwater and I fried the motherboard. And I lost everything in my internal storage. Now, the good thing is I had the micro SD card and all of my photos and videos were taken in the micro SD card. So even though my phone died, I was able to recover all my photos and videos by simply taking the micro SD card out. So it has uses. Now, OnePlus 6 does have UFS 2.1, which is very fast for the internal storage. I'm guessing that's probably the reason why, so everything runs a lot faster. A micro SD, on the other hand, is a lot slower. But again, adding the micro SD card, I think, is crucial to flagships these days, especially considering that OnePlus 6 doesn't offer unlimited storage like Google Pixel phones. At least Google offers you free cloud storage for your photos and videos and original resolution for like 2 years, which adds value to that phone. But OnePlus 6 does not have a micro SD card. And also considering that this is not really a phone that sells at Best Buy or a local store where you can go ahead and repair your phone. Having that micro SD card could save a lot of users. In case they break their phone, they're gonna still be able to save their photos and videos. Okay, what else I don't like about the OnePlus 6? Man, this has been going on for the last 3-4 years. Ever since OnePlus 1 came out. No 1440p resolution. Why? For those of you who enjoy 1440p content, especially on YouTube like myself, if you consume a lot of 1440p, you can totally tell difference between 1080p and 1440p. We've had this discussion many times, and that's one of the things I don't like about it, because I run everything else in 1440p with these guys, and I love the extra resolution it gives me. Now, this phone is targeted at a lot of Indian markets, Chinese markets, where I hear they don't really watch 1440p, but for a lot of us in the US, we love 1440p. Just having that little extra resolution for watching YouTube especially, it's missing on the OnePlus 6. So I think OnePlus 6 will eventually go 1440p, but if you need the highest resolution screen, that's the only thing this fails at. And pretty much every flagship now supports 1440p. This is the only one that doesn't. But like I said, for most of you, maybe it's not a problem for you. But for me, I think that's the only thing missing from this phone. All right, let's move on to customization. Now, this phone is one of the best phones that you could root and install custom ROMs on. Now, I've already got mine rooted with Magisk Root running flawless, and even Safety Net checking flawless, which means I can run rooted apps that check for root, hide root, and I can also run Google Pay if I want to with root. For those of you gamers out there, if you like to use a lot of game tools like game hacks and stuff, a lot of those apps do require root. All right, so if you're a gamer, this is the perfect phone. And also, if you need to use the game hacks, you can root it easy. Let me show you an example that I've been doing. I've been playing a lot of Roblox, which is sort of a kid's game with my daughter. And this is an app called Touch Micro that allows you to make macros. All right, so once I start this, let's say I'm playing a game. Okay, let's say I am playing Bee Simulator, which is a really popular game on Roblox. I play this with my daughter every night. And the purpose of this game is to collect honey. I'm collecting honey right now, or pollen. But this gets very repetitive. A lot of this stuff is just clicking. So if I just stay here and just click that, it's gonna actually make me honey. Now, with this game hack that requires root, I can simply hit record, and I can go ahead and record some of my actions. Let's say go right, hit, go left, hit, and I'm gonna hit stop. And I can literally let the game play by itself. I know this is cheating, but you know, I'm a busy guy, but I do wanna, you know, play and keep up with my daughter. But my daughter plays like 5 times more than I do. And let's say I'm at level 5, she's at like level 50. And also I'm getting old, and you know, repetitive tasks like this, my hands get really tired after like 20 minutes. So I started using this macro for these repetitive stuff. I mean, I still have to play the game. It's gonna save me these extra touches. Or for example, let's say you don't wanna keep hitting the button, then you can go ahead and just record you hitting the button and then just repeat that. And that way, I don't have to keep pressing that button. I can just go ahead and use the controls. All right, it's sort of semi-cheating, but that's one thing rooted phones can do for you. I'll have a full video on how to do this, but you get the idea why rooted phones are great. And especially because this phone is built for gaming, you're gonna have best of both worlds. And you do not void warranty with the OnePlus when you root your phone. All right, OnePlus as a company fully supports rooting. This is an ultimate gamer's phone. All right. Now, as far as a fingerprint sensor, it works very, very fast. Very, very fast. Okay, battery life is also excellent. Now, one thing good about this phone is that because it doesn't have 1440p, it only runs in 1080p, you're gonna save a ton of battery life. Battery life is very, very long. I haven't had issues with it. Now, the dash charging is another problem. If you do not use OnePlus 6 products only, maybe you bought quick charge compatible chargers everywhere, the dash charge is not compatible. But the good thing is that they do sell dash charge car charger. There's one manufacturer that actually makes dash USB power bank. So I'll put the links in the description if you guys need them. And also I've actually ordered it, so I'll have a review on that. So you could solve that problem that way. In terms of dash charge, it is so fast. Compared to Quick Charge 3.0, it probably charges about the same or slightly faster to charge to 100%. Charging for only 10 minutes, dash charge is gonna give you like 20% faster charge. So dash charge is very fast, if not faster than quick charge, so you won't have problems quick charging this phone. Now that's it for today, but I wanna point out one more thing that you may have to worry about. OnePlus did send me some nice cases. This is a OnePlus official case. And what happened was the other day I dropped it while walking my dog, and the hills by my house are very steep. They're almost at this angle. Anyway, let me give you a close up here. And this case was actually able to save my phone. I got a little scratch there and a pretty big scratch there. So in terms of accessories, cases, it's not the most popular phone, so you may have hard time finding a good case. But I would definitely buy a thicker case to really protect it. So yeah, this is not the most popular phone. You're not gonna find as much aftermarket parts for it. For example, if you broke the screen on the G7 or the S9, you could go to the mall. They have that phone repair shop. You could pay them like 200 bucks or whatever and they'll fix it for you. With this phone, you're not gonna be able to do that. You may have to send it back to OnePlus. You may have to find some parts on eBay if it does exist. So you may have to really be careful to not crack the phone or buy a thicker case for extra protection. Okay, I want to end the review here. I know there are other things to cover, but you can obviously watch some other YouTube video that covers every little detail. I don't want to really cover all that. I just want to cover what I really liked about it. To wrap it up, I really like how thin it is. I really like how big the screen is, 6.28 inches. In terms of thinness to screen real estate, this is the thinnest phone with the largest screen. All right, which is what you want. Something thin in your pocket, something as big as you can get. So I really like that. Again, slow motion, the camera is very good. Of course, UI is very fast, lag-free, performance is very, very good. Easy to root. Of course, price. Price is much higher than in the past, but it's still about 100 bucks cheaper than both of these. All right. Now, for those of you who don't know, price on the Samsung Galaxy S9 has come down. I got this for like, I think 600. Both of these for like 600 or 650, somewhere in that range. But you can get this about 550. So in terms of price, this is the best deal on a flagship phone this year, I think. And of course, the things that I mentioned in this video, if that doesn't bother you, stuff that I don't like about it, then definitely I think this phone is for you. But I really love the OnePlus 6. This is actually one of my main daily drivers. I carry this everywhere. This is definitely my go-to phone. Anyway, I gotta actually go golf, and I gotta take more slow motion videos of my daughter's golf swing to help her with golf. Hit the thumbs up for me if you enjoyed this video. If you're new to my channel and you want more videos like this, definitely hit the subscribe button and make sure your notification bell is on so you get notifications on your phone. Have a great day, and as always, stay
home on OnePlus 6.
This is definitely a flagship killer.
Click here to subscribe.